What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about 26 facts about Norwegians. So today, I want to continue looking at this really interesting list. This is all about what Norwegians are like. What Norwegians are really like. And so far, I've learned a lot of interesting stuff about Norwegian behavior and Norwegian culture. And I have discovered that Norwegians are very, very different from Americans. And in the first part, when I was looking at this list, I learned that in Norway, your work life is really different. Norwegians seem a lot happier. Norwegians don't complain as much as Americans. Norwegians are not as religious as Americans, and just a lot of different things. So today, I'm really excited to continue learning more about what Norwegians are like. This is an article, it was written by somebody who has lived in America and then moved to Norway. And these are all the things that she has noticed. So let's take a look, starting with drinking in Norway. Norwegians like to drink. Okay. All right, well, turns out Norwegians and Americans are not that different after all. We like to drink. But alcohol in Norway is expensive, adding to the appeal. Wouldn't that make it less appealing if it's really expensive? Norwegian men and women may not go out for a happy hour on a Tuesday night like Americans, but Norwegians will go out, and then some, on a Saturday night. I have never seen the levels of intoxication, never seen these levels of drunk intoxication on the streets that I have witnessed living in Norway. I mean, I didn't realize Norwegians drank this much. Norway, of all the countries, like, I think America is known for drinking. Like Germany is known for beer and drinking. Norway, I never really think about as being like everybody drinks. I remember walking to work on a Sunday morning and counting 7 piles of vomit. Oh my God. Uh, Norwegians like to drink. And it's a good way to socialize and okay. Norwegians are altruistic. So this is saying Norwegians are selfless, which is a great quality. Becoming friends with a Norwegian is not easy. However, once you have a Norwegian friend, you have one of the most loyal and sincere people in your life. That's really wow. That's what I'm basically hearing so far is in Norway, you have a lot of childhood friends. You know, Norway, it's a big country, but it's not. There's only so many places you can go. So it sounds like Norwegians have friends for a very long time. For you guys, having a friend is a very strong connection, a very important relationship. So, but it's difficult to build up that relationship. So in Norway, it's both a positive and a negative. It's hard to make friends, but having a friend, it means a lot. And Norwegians are loyal and sincere. That's very cool. In America, it's pretty easy to become friends with people, but it doesn't mean that much. Like, so being a friend has less importance in America. I would admit that. I found Norwegians to be very inclusive to foreigners on holiday. Oh, cool. Norwegians love celebrating with new people and including you as a part of their special days like Christmas, 17th of May, birthdays. Um, I'm currently reacting to Alt for Norge, the Norwegian TV show, and that's all about Americans in Norway. And I have noticed in that show, Norwegians are very, very nice and friendly and accommodating to the Americans in Alt for Norge and really enjoy teaching them about Norwegian culture. So that's really cool. Here in America, Americans are, normally pretty friendly. Well, you get the extreme in America. You get some of the nicest people, but we also have some of the rudest, most terrible people. We just have the extreme of all people, I think. And when foreigners travel to America, like if you come to America and you're from the UK or from Norway or wherever, from France, whatever, Americans love people from other countries. We think that is so cool. We will ask you a bunch of questions. We will ask you to talk in your native language. Americans are so fascinated by people from other countries because for a lot of us Americans, we really never interact with people from other countries. If you're in Europe, like Norway and the rest of Europe, you guys can travel between all the different European countries. It's not that big a deal. You get exposed to all these different languages and cultures and people all the time. You guys are all close together. Here in America, we are so big, and America is all so similar, and we feel so far away from anybody. I mean, I guess we're by Canada and Mexico, but we never see Europeans or Australians or people from Asia. It is so rare. So we get very excited when in real life, if we see people from other countries. Norwegians do not all have blonde hair. Oh, no! I thought, okay, so this is a stereotype of Norwegians and also just like Scandinavians in general, I think. But when I picture someone from Norway or Scandinavia, me and a lot of Americans do picture blonde hair, but it seems like that's not actually true. Norway is more diverse than people realize. Oh, especially in Oslo, it's rather diverse. You can find people from all ethnicities, nationalities, and backgrounds. Oh, well, that's cool. Obviously, having like a diverse population within reason is really good thing. It's nice. I have friends from Somalia, Kenya, Colombia, Argentina, the U.S., China, all in Norway. Wow, I didn't know there was that many different people traveling to Norway. Wow. Again, here in the United States, people travel here, but the United States is so big. I feel like most people travel to New York or California, Los Angeles, stuff like that. So for the rest of us Americans living in random states like Virginia or like Illinois or Michigan or something, if you're just in a random place in America, like you don't really run into people from other parts of the world. Norwegians are musical geniuses. Really? I don't know what's in the water in Norway, but Norway seems to breed insanely talented artists. Do I know any Norwegian artists? I know there's some, like Kygo, who's a DJ, Aha from Norway. They may not all gain recognition, but that doesn't mean they don't have talent. Some of my favorite underrated musicians from Norway are Anna of the North, Maja Vik, and Guri Royskap. I've never heard of any of these people before. What the heck? Underrated musicians from Norway. Anna of the North? I actually want to look that up. So these are people who, oh yeah, look at this. These are Norwegians. Yeah, I've never heard of her before. Wow. Are these people popular in Norway, but they're not really known in America? That's what I'm guessing. That's cool. I think Americans, we never get exposed to music from other countries. That's very, very, very rare. Um, Norwegians buy homes and flats when you are young. How? How are you guys doing that? Like, here in America, it is so difficult to buy a house. Houses have gotten so expensive. I mean, like 20, 30, 40 years ago, it was expected in America that you would buy a house when you were in your 20s or something. That is impossible now. So, many Norwegians really believe renting a place is bad and you should purchase one. Americans like would agree with this. It is better to purchase a home, and the American dream is to own a home, but it's a big problem right now in America for a lot of young people. They have to rent. Like homes are so expensive, and young people don't earn enough money. It's impossible. Like depending on where you live in America, like it's crazy. It's impossible. I can't wrap my head around how young Norwegians do this. There are 22-year-old Norwegians buying flats? Oh my God. That's amazing. I guess if you're going to do this in Norway, even in Norway, you have to have a good job, be financially stable. How is the housing market in Norway? I guess people can afford homes. Here in America, the average age of first time home buying has moved up to like 30 years old in America. Um, the value placed on a home or owning a home may vary. In the US, buying a home is something you do is the next step. Yeah, in America, typically you rent an apartment first. That's the most normal thing to do. Rent an apartment, then get a job, make some money, and try to save up for a home. That's the plan. It's getting harder and harder. Um, Norwegians genuinely want their own place and will save up at really young ages. Maybe that's what we got to do here in America. Maybe in America, young kids should be saving up for a home down payments younger and younger. That's a good idea, actually. Bathrooms are superior? What? Really? What? How? Bathrooms are superior in Norway? Why? What's special about Norwegian bathrooms? Norwegian bathrooms are just better than anywhere else in the world? What? Norwegian people spend so much time, money, and energy on building the perfect bathroom. What? Can I is there a picture of this? I'm going to put it in Google. Norwegian bathroom? What is this? These are the photos on Google. I mean, it looks nice. These are on cruise ships. I'm getting cruise ships. I need like an average Norwegian bathroom. I'm getting like cruise ship stuff. Heated floors and minimalistic tiles. You guys have heated floors. Oh my God. The bathroom is the most stunning room in a Norwegian home. What? Yeah, this looks nice. Wow. I mean, it does like this is. I don't get much out of this picture, but if you have heated floors, that's already better than America. Huh. Norwegians have nice bathrooms. I bet that's normal in Norway. So maybe if you travel to America or something and see our bathrooms, I don't know, it might be traumatizing or something. Learn to ski in Norway? Norwegians often joke that they are born with skis on their feet. Well, it's probably true. Or maybe it's a plot against the world to win the Winter Olympics. I've noticed Americans play sports when we're young, but Norwegian people love skiing as a sport. Oh, wow. And Norwegians genuinely enjoy. This is part of your culture. This makes total sense to me. You grow up, everybody skis, you're taught about skiing, it's part of Norwegian history, and it just sounds like a really cool way to be in nature. Like you get to be on these skis, like just riding around fast in the beautiful landscapes of Norway. Of course, you guys love it. That makes a lot of sense. Um, what else? Nature therapy is a real thing. Oh, like going into nature is good for you. And Norwegians love it. And I love Norwegians for their desire to keep their nature clean and pure. That doesn't surprise me that much because like Norway is so beautiful. It's such a gem in on the planet Earth. And it's so awesome that you guys kind of respect the Norwegian nature so much and want to protect it. Norway is blessed with some of the most beautiful nature on the planet. Norwegians know this and take advantage of it. Yeah, that's cool. You can always find Norwegians hiking, active, playing in the forests. Wow, this is a big difference between Norwegian and American culture. In America, people don't really get into nature very much. We have some parks. Americans do like to play sports and, go shopping and stuff, but that's a way to get out of the house, I guess, but we do not get into nature often. Like we don't hike, we don't go in the woods. Like some Americans do, I guess, but not many. And I think it really affects us as humans. As a human, you're meant to be in nature. That's part of being a human on this planet. And literally, the forests and the hills and mountains and fjords, that's good for like your soul and good for your health. Makes you happier and it gets you active. So Norway just has a lot of advantages with your natural beauty, and it literally makes Norwegians healthier and happier. And I'm jealous of that. I think Americans don't really get out because a lot of parts of America are very boring and can be kind of ugly in some places. And we just don't put an emphasis on getting out in nature. So I think Americans could really learn from Norwegians. Okay. Well, I think that's a good place to stop. We still have not gotten through all 26 facts. So I will definitely return to this at some point. This is a really cool list. I'm learning so much about what Norwegians are like and what Norwegian life is really like. It's really cool comparing it to America. So anyway, if you've enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on any of these facts about Norway or anything else you want to add to this. That'd be really cool to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and seeing things from Norway I have never seen before and learning about Norwegian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.